Hi, welcome back to the Get Rich Quick Club. We're on chapter 6 and 7 today. The last time we met the gang, they were still trying to figure out what would be the best way that they can make $1,000,000 or a lot of money. So, chapter 6, Big Bickies. Say that again, Rob said excitedly. So I said it again. You think you're going to get rich quick washing cars? You might as well wait around for a UFO to land in your backyard. That's it! Rob bounced up off the bench like he had springs in his feet. He paced back and forth as the idea formulated inside his head. We all watched him. You could almost hear the synapses in his brain firing like machine guns. He had a wild, excited look in his eye. It was the same look that you see in the eyes of mad scientists and lunatics in movies that are planning to take over the world. If this had been a cartoon, a green light bulb would have been floating over his head. I had the feeling that he was going to come out with something totally brilliant. What's it? I asked. I just figured out how we can make $1,000,000, Rob announced enthusiastically. It's simple, it's easy, and it's quick. What? We all begged. We have a UFO land in our backyard. What a letdown. Here I thought Rob was going to come up with some brilliant plan. And he comes up with something as stupid as his microwave pillow idea. My heart sank. I hate to break it to you, I told Rob, but there are no UFOs. Even if there were UFOs, it's not like you can just tell them where to land. I know there are no real UFOs, Rob said, still with a mischievous smile on his face. But what if we made our own UFO? Oh, chuff off, Rob, Quincy smirked. You're a fruitcake, she said. Oh, get out of here, Rob. You're crazy. I'm listening, I said, trying to keep an open mind. Don't you see? Rob said excitedly. We'll make our own UFO and take pictures of it. I thought about that for a few seconds. Then I realized he was right. Rob had a can't-miss, slam-dunk, cash-to-check $1,000,000 idea. You are a genius, I told him. It's nothing really. No, I mean it, Rob, I said. Your brain has connections that normal brains lack. You make Albert Einstein look like a dumb kid at school. This is the greatest idea since the invention of the wheel. The twins were still looking like they didn't get it, so I laid it out for them. We'll make our own UFO and shoot pictures of it. Then we'll sell the pictures to all those cheesy newspapers that sell at the checkout line at the supermarket. We'll shoot video of the UFO and sell it to the sleazy TV shows. They love that stuff. Soon companies will be all over us offering to make UFO posters, UFO lunchboxes, UFO toys, UFO trading cards, UFO backpacks. Don't forget UFO t-shirts, Rob added. By then, the others had finally caught on to the plan and saw the potential. We were all on our feet now, jumping up and down with excitement, clapping Rob on the back. I know exactly how to shoot the photo, Quincy bubbled. We're going to make big bickies. We're going to be millionaires, I said, just loving the sound of the word in my mouth. Billionaires, said Eddie. Trillionaires, said Teddy. We were so excited that we kept on jumping up and down, and we didn't stop jumping up and down until the Bogle twins said they had to go to the bathroom. Chapter 7. Undoubtedly fake flying objects. The next morning, we all gathered excitedly at the gazebo. Quincy arrived carrying armfuls of junk. Frisbees, frying pans, aluminum pie plates, garbage can covers, old toys, round pillows, a fishing pole, some other junk. Round her neck was a Polaroid camera she had borrowed from her parents. Quincy was the artistic one of the group, so I put her in charge of the photo shoot. I brought the UFO, she said as she attached an aluminum pie plate to the fishing line with some tape. She had Rob hold up the fishing pole so that the pie plate dangled in the air. Quincy got down on her knees so she could point the camera upward at the pie plate. She explained that the photo would look more real if there were trees and sky in the background. She took a few shots of the pie plate hanging from the fishing pole, and we gathered around her to look at the pictures as they developed. Well, it didn't look like a real UFO at all. The fishing line was visible. In fact, the fishing pole was visible at the top of the photo. Instead of a UFO, it looked like an aluminum pie plate dangling from a fishing pole. We were all disappointed, except for Quincy. Cool bananas, she said, which means everything's fine. Forget the fishing pole idea. We've got to chuck things up in the air and shoot them. Hey, Rob suggested, let's chuck the Bogle's box of dust up in the air. The Bogle started crying, of course, until Rob assured them that he wouldn't actually do it. Quincy told Rob to pick up a garbage can cover and fling it as high as he could like a frisbee. She got the camera ready. Okay, give it a bash, she said, which means give it a try. Oh, pigs, Rob heaved the garbage can cover up in the air and Quincy took the shot. Oh, pig's bum, she moaned. Missed it. I told the Boogles to retrieve the garbage can cover. Rob tossed it up again. This time Quincy said she got it right in the middle of the viewfinder. We all gathered around to look at the picture. Let me have a squiz, Quincy said, holding the photo close to her face. What's it look like? Asked Eddie, who was too short to see. It looks like somebody threw a garbage can cover up in the air, Rob said. He was right. That was exactly what it looked like. The picture wasn't going to fool anybody. No worries, Quincy said cheerfully. We've got to fuzz it up a bit. So you're not sure what it is. She'll be apples. Quincy's camera had a dial on it that let her change the shutter speed. She said that if she slowed down the speed of the camera's shutter as it opened to expose the film to the light, a moving object would be a little bit blurry in the picture. I don't know much about photography, but it sounded like it made sense to me. We tried it again a bunch of times, with Rob heaving stuff up in the air. Quincy fired away with the camera, trying to catch the UFO as it flew by. I kept looking around, hoping that no other people would come. It might be embarrassing to be seen throwing pots, pans, pillows, and other strange objects up in the air to photograph them. The pictures were looking a little bit more like UFOs, but they weren't perfect. They still looked a little fake. Quincy wasn't discouraged. She told us that in real photo shoots, photographers will sometimes take hundreds of pictures before they get the one they really like. Let's give these bodgy snaps a flick, Quincy said, tossing the stack of photos aside. They're not worth a crumpet. That means let's throw away these crummy pictures. They're worthless. The camera was out of film. Quincy opened another film pack and loaded it. The rest of us gathered more stuff that might resemble a UFO. Okay, Quincy said as Rob got ready to toss an old plastic toy up in the air. Give the thingamajigger a burl, which means throw it up. They made the shot again, and we all gathered around to see the result. Well, Quincy said, not all that enthusiastically, it's better than a poke in the eye with a blunt stick. Well, it's better than nothing. It's pathetic, I complained. I was getting impatient. I was beginning to think this UFO thing might not have been such a good idea after all. There aren't UFOs. They're UFFOs, undoubtedly fake flying objects. Don't get niggly, or don't get irritated, Quincy said. We're getting there. She shot some more photos. Some of them were pretty good, but they still looked phony to me. But this time the Bogle twins' attention span was just about used up. Instead of helping us with the photo, they were now running around playing tag with each other. Maybe we should call it quits, Rob told Quincy. We should save the rest of the film and try again tomorrow. Nah, you might as well just blow the film, I instructed her. Tomorrow we'll just have to come up with another $1 million idea. I have only one shot left anyway, Quincy told us. Let's make it count, Rob said. He got one of the Quincy's round pillows and threw it up in the sky. While the pillow was in the air, Eddie and Teddy were chasing each other around, not looking where they were running. They didn't see Quincy as they got close to her, and Quincy didn't see them because she was looking into the viewfinder. I was the only one who could tell there was going to be a collision. Watch out, I yelled. It was too late. Eddie Bogle slammed into Quincy just as she pushed the button on the camera. He knocked her to the ground. Cripes, you little germs! Darn you little obnoxious brats! Quincy shouted. I had never seen her so angry. Can't you Jacks-in-the-Box behave? Pull your socks up. You ruined it, you dumb wallies. Can't you crazy kids behave? Get your act together. You ruined it, you idiots. I didn't mean to, Eddie whined. He put his hands over his face in shame. Oh, man, that was our last shot, Rob said disgustedly. We all helped Quincy get up off the ground. Rob picked up the camera. It seemed to be okay. The picture Quincy had taken was lying in the dirt. She picked it up and was about to toss it on the pile of rejects, but the image was beginning to come up, so she watched it. Hang on a tick, or wait a second, she said, some excitement building in her voice. The rest of us gathered around for a peek. As the picture developed, we could see that it didn't look like any of the other photos Quincy had taken. The impact of Eddie smashing into her just as she snapped the picture had shaken the camera. The picture was fuzzy, but not so fuzzy that you couldn't make it out. There it was, a lifelike UFO hovering over the trees. Well, I'll be stuffed, Quincy exclaimed. It's a ripper. What's she saying? What do you know? It's great. See you tomorrow for the next 2 chapters. Let's see if their UFO picture actually looks like the real thing. Have a good day.